The chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Lindsey Graham, a close ally of the president, just emerged from a meeting over at the White House, and he was very, very critical of the president's comments on Congresswoman Debbie Dingell last night at a political rally in her home state of Michigan. Listen to this.
Mr. President, pull us together as a country. This joke does not help. It is not funny in my view.
And we heard what the president said about Debbie Dingell, her late husband, John Dingell. Let's get some reaction. Pamela, what do you think?
Well, gosh, I mean, this comment didn't go over well.
Right.
To say the least, to have someone like Lindsey Graham, a staunch ally of the president, come out and be so forceful against the president's comment. I mean, even at the rally last night, when he made the comment against this revered late Congressman, John Dingell, even the crowd, he didn't even have reception from the crowd, which is very unusual for the president at one of his rallies. And you know, to say that he might be looking up, I mean,
that he was in hell, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's illustrative of this is a president who is upset. I know Jeffrey Toobin has a lot of thoughts on this.
Well, let him weigh in, and everybody will weigh in.
I want to hear Ms. Brown's views. No, but I mean, you know, there are people in this country who are actually religious and who think hell is a significant thing. And to make a joke about it, I mean, you know, just because the president has no values and no class and, you know, at least stay away from religion. You know, I mean, heaven and hell are actual things to people, and to demean, you know, a recently dead person and then lie completely about what went on. You know, he said that she called him, that did, you know, Debbie Dingell, the congressman. In fact, he called her, and I mean, everything he said was a lie about this. But I mean, you know, it's just another. I mean, is this a surprise to anyone?
No, it isn't a surprise, right? Because we saw him go after John McCain in a very similar manner. And noticeable that Lindsey Graham is speaking up in such a forceful way. Some people have said about Donald Trump when he says off-color things, "Oh, I wouldn't have put it that way." And I think his spokesperson said, "Well, he's a counterpuncher," and good for Lindsey Graham for really denouncing what the president said, because it was mean, it was cruel, it was distasteful, and he's not apologizing. He was asked today.
Let me get Bianna to weigh in as well. Go ahead, Bianna.
I mean, look, it was just such an ugly incident, and I hated to see Debbie Dingell have to talk about this throughout the day. Her tweet last night really pulls at anybody's heart when you have to tell the entire world that you're still grieving and that it makes matters worse when the president says something like that. There's some kind of chip missing in a person emotionally when they continue to do that at the expense of somebody else. And like Nia said, we saw that with John McCain. He did that with the Khan family. You're the president of the United States. You know, my second grader would be sent home for far, less, damaging things that he said at school. And we've become accustomed to this, and we should never become accustomed to this. She was on television having to relay what happened and that he called her. She shouldn't be doing this. No grown person should be going through this, and it's just unfortunate that he keeps doing it time and time again.
Especially on the eve of Christmas. Pamela, let me get your thoughts. Speaking of all of this, Christianity Today, the magazine Billy Graham founded a long time ago, has just come out with a powerful editorial entitled, "Trump Should Be Removed from Office." I'll read a portion. "We believe the impeachment hearings have made it absolutely clear, in a way the Mueller investigation did not, that President Trump has abused his authority for personal gain and betrayed his constitutional oath. The impeachment hearings have illuminated the president's moral deficiencies for all to see. This damages the institution of the presidency, damages the reputation of our country, and damages both the spirit and the future of our people. None of the president's positives can balance the moral and political danger we face under a leader of such grossly immoral character." It's a publication that a lot of evangelicals read and trust.
And exactly. And the president needs evangelical support heading into the 2020 election. So this could be a big warning sign for the president. I mean, you saw some evangelicals, they were unhappy with what the president did in Syria. Jeffrey makes a point about his comment last night on John Dingell. And this editorial is a big deal. Without knowing more about this publication itself, this is certainly a red flag for the president because he needs the support of evangelicals.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
But come
Jeffrey, go
on,
ahead.
they have been the most loyal, and I'm thinking a lot now, of course, reminiscing about the Clinton, the Clinton impeachment, where we heard from these evangelical politicians, oh, character counts. It's so important to have a role model in the White House. They don't care about role models. They're a bunch of political hacks. All they care about are judges who will ban abortion. That's what they want. As long as they get their judges who will ban abortion, Donald Trump can dance naked on the White House steps. They don't care. He can get married 4, 5, 6 times. It doesn't matter. All they want are judges who will ban abortion, and Donald Trump can do whatever he wants.
And especially in terms of swing states where he has high popularity among evangelicals. Coming out of 2016, he had 80% approval rating among evangelicals. The latest survey is 99% approval rating. So I'm with Jeffrey on that one.